Hey, what's up, y'all? It's popping. It's D-Boss. Back to this vid by The Villains. This is the most ruthless female cartel bosses of Latin America. I reacted to a similar video a while ago, but this is a different vid with different chicks on this compilation. But yeah, we're going to see who's on here. I've recently been intrigued by, you know, the world of narcos or whatever the case. I just left South America. I hit up a few countries there, and the drug industry is just really present there. It's really interesting. I also went on a tour when I was in Colombia of one of Pablo Escobar's estates that got blew up. Like, it's just crazy. The history of it all is just really interesting, and it's even more interesting when women are involved because, you know, women are not usually cartel bosses. It's very male dominated, so to see these women step in and be bosses in this space, it's just interesting. Anyway, let's see who's on here and why they were the most ruthless. Let's watch.
No secret that Mexican cartels are mostly dominated by men.
However,
However, this does not mean that there are no women that hold positions of power within these cartels. In fact, in today's video, we're going to be talking about 5 of the most ruthless female narcos that have managed to make a name for themselves within the world's largest criminal enterprises.
I'm also watching
Narcos
now.
This video will contain mentions of violence,
On
torture, and
Netflix.
drugs.
I'm on
so
season
your
1.
discretion is
Towards the
advised.
end of season 1.
Jocelyn Alejandro Niño, more commonly known by her alias La Flaca, which translates into the skinny one, was suspected to be an assassin for the Gulf Cartel, a Mexican criminal group based in Tamaulipas. Niño earned her nickname La Flaca due to her slim appearance. The name is also a reference to Our Lady of Holy Death, a female skeleton saint venerated by many individuals in Mexico, and is especially popular among some drug traffickers. Many organized crime groups often hire women like Niño for their build and appearance, as they seem less susceptible to rival gangs and law authorities. As a foot soldier, Niño was mainly responsible for fighting off cells of Los Metros, which was the rival faction of Los Ciclones, the Gulf Cartel subgroup Niño belonged to. Niño gained attention from the public in January 2015, when an anonymous user online leaked a picture of her to Valor por Tamaulipas, a citizen-run journalist page that posts security updates and organized crime leaks. Not long after, Niño's picture began circulating around Facebook and Twitter. In the picture, Niño is smiling in front of the camera, posing with a gun in hand. She's wearing a bulletproof vest, sunglasses, and a necklace. You can also see her last name, Niño, tattooed onto her hand. According to later reports, the leak had been done on purpose by a member of the Los Metros to weaken the Los Ciclones. Niño mainly worked under Cyclone 7 and was responsible for preventing incursions of Los Metros in Rio Bravo. The area was mostly an area controlled by Los Metros, which put Niño at greater risk. According to investigations, sometime between the 12th and 13th of April 2015, Niño was captured alongside 2 others from Los Ciclones by Los Metros. On April 13th, 2015, the Mexican authorities discovered Niño's dismembered body in an ice cooler abandoned in a parking lot in Soriano.
RP.
The rest of her remains were found in plastic bags. Maria Guadalupe Lopez Esquivel, also known by her alias La Catrina, was a 21-year-old Mexican cartel assassin. Her nickname is a reference to the female skeletal figure that is associated with Mexico's Day of the Dead. According to reports, Lopez was regarded as one of the leading figures in the CJNG cartel. She first joined the cartel in 2017 after falling in love with Miguel LM2 Fernandez, another leading figure in the cartel. She rose through the ranks under LM2 and led a glamorous lifestyle, one of which she was not afraid to showcase on social media. In various posts, she flaunted rolls of cash and automatic weapons.
Girl.
According to reports, Lopez was part of a small network of women in the cartel who were favored for their youthful looks and beauty. When at the height of her power, Lopez had a team of hitmen working under her. She was also one of the most feared members of the cartel. She coordinated assassinations, extortions, and kidnappings. She's most well known for an armed venture on the state police in October 2017, which cost the lives of around 13 police personnel.
Damn.
In January
Not her posing with
2020,
these guns,
the
though. That's
National
what I'm
Guard
laughing at.
received a tip-off of Lopez's location. They surrounded the safe house that she was staying at, along with her hit squad. Lopez and her squad opened fire at the authorities. After a fierce shootout, Lopez took a bullet to the jugular. Later, when the National Guards entered the safe house, they found a bloody Lopez struggling for breath. Lopez was taken into a helicopter. However, she passed away within minutes of takeoff. Not long after, her lover, Ellen too, was arrested by the authorities as well.
Mm. 2 for 2.
Melissa Margarita Calderon Ojeda, also known as Chena Suarez, was born in 1984. Calderon was known as a violent commander operating under the Sinaloa Cartel. She first made a name for herself in 2005 by joining the Damasco Cartel, a subdivision of the Sinaloa Cartel. By using ruthlessness and cunning tactics, Calderon was able to move up the ranks, eventually becoming a commander of the cartel in 2008. Her new role allowed her to wield power over La Paz and Cabo San Lucas. Not long after, she gained a reputation for violence. She was even suspected of numerous murders that had occurred in her area of operation, costing at least 178 lives.
Damn.
In order to help expand the cartel's drug trading, Calderon has been reported to buy off cops and kidnap enemies, leaving their dismantled corpses at their families' doors. Her command earned her unwavering loyalty from those working under her. According to reports, Calderon frequently rewarded her subordinates with bags of cocaine. In 2014, Calderon was forcibly removed from her position as a commander by the cartel leader El Grande. He was also the same person who had killed her first boyfriend, Eric Davalos Canbrastel. Enraged by the forceful resignation, Calderon took the bulk of her followers and rallied 300 people to her side to wage war against her former cartel. In 2015, Calderon was caught while trying to flee in a private plane. She was sentenced to prison for the death of over 150 people. Sandra Avila Beltran, more popularly known as the Queen of the Pacific, is a former drug trafficker. Beltran was born into the world of organized crime. She was the daughter of Maria Luisa Beltran Felix and Alfonso Avila Quintero, the former leader of the Guadalajara cartel. Ever since a young age, Beltran was able to see the inner workings of drug trafficking and was able to develop a business sense by observing others around her. Despite all the violence and illegal activities that surrounded her, Beltran studied to earn a degree in journalism. According to reports, Beltran arrived late to her classes and was seen as quiet and untrusting. However, after completing university, Beltran ditched her chance of becoming a journalist and became more involved with the Sinaloa cartel. During her youth, she's reported to have had affairs with various well-known drug barons. She was married twice. Both of her ex-husbands were ex-police commanders who became drug traffickers. Both were killed by hired assassins.
Oh yeah, I heard the story.
Her rise to power within the world of organized crime is attributed to her relationship with Juan Diego Espinosa Ramirez, alias the Tiger. Eventually, all her crimes caught up to her, and Beltran was arrested alongside Ramirez in September 2007.
Yeah, I think she was in the last video.
Lastly, we have Enedina Arellano Felix. Also known as the Godmother, Enedina is one of the co-founders and top boss of the Tijuana Cartel. Throughout the 1990s, the Tijuana Cartel was mostly headed by her 6 brothers.
Wait,
Enedina played a key role in offering financial administration and helping them launder money. In 2000, after the cartel's financial mastermind took a fall, Enedina took the position and started working behind the scenes for the cartel. However, in 2008, after the arrest of her brother Eduardo Arellano
No, this ain't the same godmother.
Enedina took up the position of the leader. As Enedina is one of the first female bosses in the history of Mexican crime, it earns her the top spot in our video.
Yeah, no.
What are your...
The other godmother was from Colombia, if I'm not mistaken, and I don't think she looks like that. But yeah, very interesting. But of course, you know, they all end up dead or in jail. So this is not the life that you want. You know, I have thought about it briefly if you know, I want to take on a life of crime, but I did change my mind because I don't like jail and I want to live for as long as possible. So this ain't for me, but still interesting to learn about. Y'all let me know what y'all thought though. Let me know what other videos you want to watch, and I'll see you on the next one.